Good everyone, you're watching Radio Fixes. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to fix if PC does not sleep or sleep mode is not working in your Windows machine. Now, there are a couple of steps which you could try to get this issue resolved. Now, the first step to resolve this issue is to go ahead and adjust power and sleep settings. To do this, you will have to do a right click on the start button and then click on settings. Under settings, you will have to go ahead and click on system. Under system, you will have to locate for power and battery, click on it. That will take you to the power and battery option. Under this, you will have to choose the option which says screen and sleep and hibernate timeouts. Click on it. Now under this, make sure you do not set never if you want your laptop or your computer to sleep. Make sure any of these timings or any of these options doesn't have never. Let it have any of the times your preferred time under these settings. You can go under plugged in or on battery. Once this is done, you may close the window and check if your issue has been resolved. Now if you want to deep dive further and change power option settings, another settings what you can also look at is go to the advanced power settings. To do this, you can do a right click on the start button and then click on run, and in the run window you may go ahead and type control. That should open the control panel on your computer. Once you're on the control panel, you may go ahead and click on hardware and sound and then click on power options. Under power option, you may go ahead and click on change plan settings and then click on the change advanced power settings. Under this, expand the sleep and make sure you can go ahead and adjust the time as needed. So you can set the settings sleep after 10 or 20 minutes. Make sure it has been set. Once this is done, you may click on apply and OK, close the window and then check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next step. Now the next method is to go ahead and update the drivers and Windows. Sometimes outdated or incompatible displays, network or power management drivers can prevent sleep mode from working. Now to resolve this issue, what you will have to do is you will have to open the device manager by doing a right click on the start button and then clicking on the device manager. And here you will have to go ahead and update the couple of drivers. You can begin with the display drivers or the display adapters. You can locate for the display adapters. You can do a right click and then click on scan for changes and update your driver. In case if you have more than one display adapters, you will have to repeat the same step for both the adapters. You can do a right click and then click on update driver. Search automatically for the drivers and then click on close and repeat the same step for the other drivers. Similarly, you will have to repeat the same step for your network adapters as well. Once your display adapters are updated, you can expand network adapters, do a right click, scan for changes, and then you can choose the network adapter. In my case, it is Qualcomm. You can do a right click and then click on update driver and click on search and close. In case if there is any other one, you may also repeat the same step for the other network adapters like Realtek. Update driver, search automatically for drivers and close. Once this is done, you may close the window, restart your computer and then check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next method. Another method what you could also try here is you can update your Windows. You can do a right click on the start button and then click on settings. Once you're on these settings, you may go ahead and click on Windows Update. Check for the updates. In my case, there are a couple of updates which needs to be installed. So in your case, if there are any updates to be installed, you can first click on check for the updates, download those updates and install it. Once you install the updates, close this window, restart your computer and then check if your computer is going to the sleep mode. In case if it works, well and good, you don't need to try the next method. Now the next method is you can go ahead and check for apps and background tasks which is preventing sleep. So sometime the background application or connected devices can keep your PC awake. Example, mouse, USB devices or network task. Now how to check it? You will have to open the command prompt. So in the search window, you may go ahead and type command. You will see the best match for the command prompt. You can do a right click and then click on run as administrator. In case if you get a user access control prompt, you may click on yes or continue on the screen. Now once you have the command prompt open, you will have to type the command power cfg space / request. So basically what you're doing here is you're checking for the power configuration request. Hit enter to execute this command. This will tell you in case if there are any tasks or if there are any applications which are not letting your device to sleep. In the most of the cases it has to be none. In case if there are any tasks, you will have to go ahead and disable it. So in once you have disabled, you can close the window and check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next method. Now the next method is to go ahead and disable wake timers. To do this, you will have to go to the control panel. So you can do a right click on the start button and then click on run. And in the run window, you may go ahead and type control and click on OK. That should open the control panel. In case if you're on the view by category or view by small icons, switch to view by category. Once you're on this, you may go ahead and click on hardware and sound. Once you're on the hardware and sound, click on power option. On the power option, you will have to choose your plan settings. In case if you have two plans, you will have to choose the one which you have selected or which is a existing active plan. In my case, it is Dell. And then click on change plan settings and then click on change advanced powered settings. Once you're on this, you will have to locate for sleep. Under sleep, locate for allow wake timers. You can expand wake timers and make sure the wake timers are disabled. So in case if you want your computer to sleep, make sure these are disabled. So I want my computer to be not in sleep when it is plugged in, so that's the reason I have set this as enable. In your case, you can set these both as disabled so that your computer goes to sleep. Once this has been selected, you may click on apply and then click on OK. Close the window and then check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next method. Now the next method what you could try is you can disable or adjust fast startup. Now the fast startup can cause sleep or resume problem. To do this, you will have to open control panel. You can do a right click and then click on run and type control. Click on OK to open the control panel. Once you're on the control panel, when you're on the view by category view, you will see hardware and sound. Click on it and then click on power option. And then on the left hand side, you will have to choose the option which says choose what the power buttons can do. Click on it and then click on change settings that are currently unavailable. Once you have selected change settings that are currently unavailable, you will have these options enabled. Now to turn on the fast startup, you will have to go ahead and uncheck the box. In my case, it has been turned off. That's the reason it is unchecked. In case if you want to turn on, you will have to check the box. So basically, to resolve this issue, this box needs to be unchecked. Click on save changes, close the window and then check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next method. Now the next method is to troubleshoot power management devices. To do this step, you will have to do a right click on the start button and then click on device manager. Once you have the device manager open, you will have to go ahead and expand network adapters. Once you have expanded network adapters, you will have to choose your network adapter. In my case, it is Qualcomm. So I'll do a right click on Qualcomm and then click on properties. Once you're on the properties, go to the power management and make sure you have unchecked allow this device to wake the computer. Make sure this has been unchecked. Once this is done, you can also repeat the same step for the other network adapters. You can do a right click and then click on properties. Go to power management and make sure this box is unchecked. Click on OK. Close this window. Restart your computer and then check if your issue has been resolved. In case if your issue has been resolved, well and good, you don't need to try the next method. Now, in spite of trying all this step, if you're still facing a problem, an additional step what you could also do is you can check for the system file corruption and try to fix it. To do this, you will have to open command prompt. So in the search window, you will have to type command. You will see the best match for the command prompt and then click on run as administrator. When prompted, you may click on yes or continue on the screen. Once you're on the command prompt, you will have to go ahead and type the command sfc space / scan now and hit enter to execute this command. This will go ahead and verify your system, you will have to basically wait until the verification is completed. Once this is done, you will have to restart your computer, close this window, and that should definitely fix the problem. Now, in spite of trying all this step, and if you're still facing a problem, I would suggest you to leave me a comment in the comment section so that I can come up with the possible solution. I hope this video was useful. In case if you like this video, please make sure to hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a great day.